Hey, it's Brandon, and welcome to Retro Reactions, a place where I experience amazing music from the 70s, 80s, and 90s for the very first time. And today we're going to be traveling all the way back to 1980 and 1981 to listen to Bye Bye My Love and Indio Boy by Arabesque. And this one comes courtesy of my amazing supporter here and over on Patreon, Shafiq Itani. So thank you so much, Shafiq, for all your support and for once again leading me further down the Arabesque rabbit hole. Always a good time with this group. Anyway, we'll start with Bye Bye My Love. Comes from Merry Go Bay, their third studio album. It's a goodbye/breakup song, though she's leaving with a heavy and reluctant heart. Let's go.
Bye bye my love, bye bye my love. Bye bye my love, bye bye my love. From the beginning I have told you so. I cannot stay, I have to go. I'd like to be with you forevermore, but don't you try to close the door. It will be tonight or never. Then I'll say goodbye forever. So I know that I'll be not the same. Bye bye my love. Bye bye my only one. Bye bye my love. Don't cry when I'm gone. You see the last of me today. You always knew I couldn't stay, but now that you kiss me this way, I feel it's hard for me to say bye bye my love. Bye bye my only one. Bye bye my love. Love goodbye. My heart is asking where do I belong, but how can I turn right from wrong? I'd like to be with him forevermore, but still I left and closed the door. Going back would mean I'd never say again goodbye forever, but it cannot be, my heart's not free. Bye bye my love. Bye bye my only one. Bye bye my love. Don't cry when I'm gone. You see the last of me today. You always knew I couldn't stay, but now that you kiss me this way, I think it's hard for me to say bye bye my love. Bye bye my only one. Bye bye my love. Love goodbye.
Nice breakdown.
Bye bye my love. Bye bye my love. Bye bye my only one. Bye bye my love. Don't cry when I'm gone. Bye bye my love. Bye bye my only one. Bye bye my love. Don't cry.
Wow. Super high energy in that one. A whirlwind of music, vocals, instrumentation. It's funny, obviously I know what it's about. Sorrow, heartbreak, hesitation, regret, breakup. Yet this high energy, I'm moving, I'm grooving, I'm loving it. Always a nice contrast there. They've done it many times in the ones I've heard. Again, so much huge energy right from the get-go. Through the whole song, it started way up here, stayed up here. It's almost like the desperation, that she's feeling, the franticness, knowing it's about to end, knowing this goodbye moment is here, is just represented through that urgent music. As usual, really great lead vocals here. I keep forgetting if Sandra was the only lead vocalist during the time that she was in the band. I'll assume it's her. Maybe you can let me know if I'm wrong, Shafiq. But anyway, great vocals, a lot of different colors and shades. There was seductiveness in her vocals at times, some cool bent notes, vocal tricks, the way she delivered the notes, the words, breathy at times, sultry, but always passion in her delivery. I love that. Of course, their instrumentation is always awesome. Lots of great driving guitar on the left mostly. Great bass lines, of course. Passionate strings coming in and out at the right moments. Passionate drums. And again, this definitely has to be one of the highest beats per minute, the fastest tempos of all the songs I've heard from them. Yeah, definitely I heard different vocal deliveries in different parts of the song. Like in the verses, she was singing differently, kind of up here in the throat, nasal area, very sharp notes, very passionate, but in its own way. Again, the versatility always on display. I also loved the plentiful backing vocals, in different places in the mix. They were adding drama, they were adding interesting sonics in the mix. And again, they were re-emphasizing the lead vocals, the sentiments that Sandra was singing, just driving the points home. And of course, it always makes for an interesting cadence when you have backing vocals kind of going back and forth with the lead singer. And one more thing, definitely a top song moment was that breakdown where we just get the instrumentation. Didn't last long, maybe 10, 15 seconds, but very powerful. A nice diversion, a nice break in the song, and then boom, back to the finale. Always driving their messages home through the melodies. Great song. I'll give it 5 golden records, an A score for Bye Bye My Love by Arabesque, 1980. All right, now on to Indio Boy. Comes from In for a Penny, their 5th studio album. I did read the full lyrics on this one. I really love the storyline here. Basically, it's a tale of a mysterious boy who comes to town to tell his stories through his flute playing. One woman in town becomes deeply moved, intrigued, and basically hooked to his music, but sadly one day he vanishes, and she wonders, where did he go? So she prays for his return someday once he becomes a man, where they can reconnect through the music. Let's check it out. A whole different vibe.
He came from the mountains to our little town, and he never spoke a word, but he played every day in a lovely way, little tunes I had never heard. When he played his flute, his eyes seemed to be like mirrors of times gone by. I don't know if I saw what I should not see, but I looked into his heart. I looked right into his heart. He's an Indio boy, and his folks far away, they are praying. Indio boy, come home when you're a man. He's an Indio boy, and he longs for the girl who is waiting. Indio boy, come home as soon as you can. I found out one evening, only by chance, where he spent his lonely nights. Yeah, he slept in the church on the marble floor, and his flute lay by his side. As I woke him up and said, won't you come to my house where it's nice and warm? He said, please let me be, for I am not free, and I don't wanna break your heart. I don't wanna break your heart. He's an Indio boy, and his folks far away, they're praying. Indio boy, come home when you're a man. He's an
Great guitar.
One early one morning I came to the place where he used to play his flute.
Great change up.
He was gone, but a song that will never die seemed to linger on in the sky. He's an Indio boy, and his folks far away they are praying. Indio boy, come home when you're a man. He's an Indio boy, and he longs for the girl who is waiting. Indio boy, come home as soon as you can.
A strong instrumental ending there. The guitar, the woodwind didn't sound quite like a flute. I'm sure it was representing the flute or something very similar, but we're obviously in a time long, long ago. I loved being transported there. This is really something different for them. It's not that disco high energy. It's magical, it's mystical, a bit folky. Again, way back hundreds of years. I love that element. Yeah, everything was so dreamy, so magical, so mystical. Kind of a European vibe, again, from hundreds of years ago, we'll say. Really enjoyed that. Unique pocket for them. Great storytelling, a nice storytelling flow to this one, a nice cadence. Do, 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 do. Really cool. Enjoyed that. I really love the chorus melody, probably my favorite melodies of the song, but the verses weren't too shabby either. I think there was harmonies going on in the verses by the other two women. That was amazing. You don't get harmonies during the verses too often in music, so I appreciated that. And of course, that plentiful woodwind on the right, representing this mysterious boy. The stringed instrument on the left, I don't know if it was a guitar or something very similar. A perfect pairing, just driving the song beautifully. I love that breakdown. Might have been in verse 3, where it was just the vocals, all three ladies, maybe some guitar going on. That was a nice tangent from the song. A very striking moment there. You know, they say variety is the spice of life, and of course, variety is the spice of music. And then a perfect coda. Sometimes you don't need to go huge. Just an excellent, soft instrumental, highlighting again the woodwind and the strings beautifully. During the fade out, slow, 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 the tail is over. Really love this one. So a great and very unique arabesque tune, at least from the ones I've heard. It's getting the Epic Platinum Record Award, absolutely, for Indio Boy by Arabesque, 1981. And thank you so very much, the incredible Sandra Lauer, Jasmine Vetter, Michaela Rose, and of course, Shafiq Itani. All right, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment down below if you wish to chat about these. I would love to know what you think. So you take care, stay safe, stay hydrated, and remember to let peace, calm, and light into your day and night. And I'll see you next time in the past.